WWE fans are furious, and honestly, they have every right to be. What's happening right now behind the scenes has left many supporters shaking their heads in disbelief, questioning whether the company has learned anything from years of fan backlash and missed opportunities. Because somehow, in the middle of all the hype for WrestleMania season, WWE managed to turn a wave of excitement into yet another storm of controversy. People aren't just frustrated, they're angry. They're watching a product they love, yet the same patterns of favoritism, recycled decisions, and tone-deaf creative calls keep surfacing. It's as if WWE thrives on provoking outrage, daring fans to keep watching even while rolling their eyes. But this time, things hit differently. Jey Uso, one of the most beloved stars in recent memory, has become the lightning rod for this outrage. After years of building himself into one of WWE's most authentic and emotionally layered characters, he's suddenly being buried under criticism from fans who once cheered his every move. They're calling him overrated. They're calling him just an entrance. Can you believe that? The same man who carried emotional storylines for years, who helped redefine tag team wrestling, now being reduced to a flashy walkout and a catchphrase. But Jey isn't taking it quietly anymore. During a recent Raw recap interview, Jey finally snapped. He said he's sick and tired of people acting like he doesn't have the skill to be a main eventer, like his charisma somehow overshadows his in-ring talent. He said it's time to switch modes, to stop playing games and start climbing back to the top, even if it means going through people like CM Punk, Gunther, and Seth Rollins. And the way he said it wasn't just confident. It sounded dangerous. You could hear a hint of that old bloodline energy in his voice, that cold, ruthless intensity that once made him unstoppable. Now, fans are split. Some say Jey's frustration is justified, that the criticism is unfair and rooted in people's short memories. Others argue that maybe, just maybe, WWE has pushed him too hard too soon. After all, how many times can someone fall short in the main event before fans stop believing? It's an uncomfortable question, but one that keeps surfacing in comment sections everywhere. What do you think? Is Jey Uso truly ready for another world title run, or has WWE damaged his momentum beyond repair? This all ties into the upcoming Saturday night's main event, where Jey is set to face CM Punk for the World Championship. On paper, it's a dream match, two men with strong fan bases, personal stories, and charisma. But the backlash began the moment Jey became #1 contender. Many fans couldn't believe it, calling it another case of WWE forcing someone into the spotlight. Yet that's what WWE does best, isn't it? It thrives on chaos, on pitting the fans against each other, creating debates that dominate social media. Even bad buzz is still buzz, and WWE knows it. Still, the argument about Jey being just an entrance won't go away, and honestly, WWE didn't help itself by replaying his entrance theme mid-match during the gauntlet last week. It was a cool moment, but also tone-deaf. If your biggest criticism is that you're only known for your entrance, maybe don't double down on it live on TV. It's almost like WWE enjoys feeding the narrative, keeping fans frustrated just enough to talk but never satisfied enough to stop watching. Do you think WWE does that on purpose? Speaking of frustration, fans just saw the official WrestleMania 42 promo, and while the production value is stunning, it opened up a new wave of backlash. The video features Triple H, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes, but not a single female superstar. Not one. For a company that constantly promotes women's evolution, that omission felt like a slap in the face. The ad's theme, poker, risk, and chance, fits perfectly with the Las Vegas setting, but the message many fans took away was clear. Once again, the women were left out of the spotlight. Some argue that WWE might release multiple versions of the promo, but the damage is already done. The omission of top-tier female stars like Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair sends a tone-deaf message, especially considering how integral they've been to WWE's success. On social media, the outrage is loud. Many pointed out that Rhea Ripley is arguably more over than anyone else on the roster right now, and yet she didn't make the cut. Is that fair? Or is WWE quietly saying that when it comes to big money promotions, the men still come first? Adding to that, fans are roasting the promo's use of Brock Lesnar, a man whose drawing power has drastically declined over the last year. Analysts on X, formerly Twitter, have even shared engagement stats showing that Lesnar's segments are losing traction. Some fans even accused WWE of using AI to create parts of his appearance, claiming Brock looked lifeless and robotic in certain frames. And honestly, if that's true, it wouldn't be shocking. WWE has been experimenting with AI visuals for months, especially for promotional teasers. So, here's the question. Did we just see the first partially AI-generated WrestleMania ad? While that conversation rages on, another story quietly broke this week that got far less attention, but could have massive long-term implications. Chelsea Green, one of the most entertaining women on the roster, has officially signed a new 5-year deal with WWE. That means she'll be with the company until at least 2030. WWE made the move months before her original contract expired, a clear sign of how valuable she's become. Say what you will about WWE's creative choices, but locking in Chelsea was a smart move. Fans have grown to love her unpredictable personality, her comic timing, and her ability to turn any storyline into entertainment. Many are now calling for WWE to give her a babyface run, something fresh and authentic that plays off her growing popularity. But knowing WWE, they'll probably ignore that momentum until it cools off, then act surprised when the fans stop caring. And speaking of neglect, it's becoming clear that WWE doesn't want everyone back. Recent rumors have suggested that WWE is in talks to bring back certain release stars. But here's what can't be ignored. The fans are smarter than ever. They see through lazy booking. They notice who's missing from promos. They catch inconsistencies, botches, and manipulation faster than WWE can edit them out. The audience isn't the problem anymore. The problem is a company that refuses to evolve as quickly as its fanbase has. So when people say Jey Uso is just an entrance, maybe the truth is that WWE itself has become just an entrance, a big, flashy spectacle that sometimes forgets to follow through on its promise. And that's the part that stings the most. Because for all the hype, all the lights, and all the noise, fans just want something real again. But maybe that's why we're still here, still watching, still hoping, still yelling at the screen. Because deep down, no matter how many times WWE lets us down, we still believe that the next big story could be the one that changes everything. So what do you think? Did Jey Uso deserve this backlash? Or are fans being too harsh? Should WWE be called out for leaving women out of the WrestleMania promo? And do you believe they actually used AI in the ad, or was it just weird lighting? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation isn't ending anytime soon.